Can I hear? Y'all hear me? Mic check. Mic check. Where am I? There's nothing on the. Cause it's on the other screen. Oh, what type of time y'all on? Oh, nah, that's crazy. I did all that work and it's on the wrong page. Oh, wait. New follower. Alert. Hmm. Yeah. Hold on. Let me go ahead and check. Let's go in here and check. What? I did all that for no reason. Come on, add it to the cart. Check. There we go. Yeah. Alright. What the fuck am I? Oh, come on. Where is the camera? Okay, so you, where am I? Come on, bro. Y'all with the BS today. Come on. About to get a new camera. Man, it's gonna be over with. Yeah. Toss your ass in the trash can. Hey, hey, hey. We back in here. Let me see. Watch it. Watch it. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Hey. Okay, yeah. I had to tune that thing up real quick. Had to tune that thing up real quick. Hey, bro, I don't need all y'all talking, man. Hey, bro, I don't need all y'all talking, man. Do a little test run. Test it. Okay, yo, we in there, we in there. Okay, yo, we in there, we in there. Okay, yo, we in there. Alright, bro, enough of that. Alright, so where was I?
I've been using Epidemic Sound as my go-to resource for background music and sound effects for the last 6 years.
For any disobedience, even
I ain't going that far back.
other way to define them.
I gotta start over. Part
The
2
man
now.
started following her for several minutes.
Is based on
Alright, let's go. We in here. Part 2.
Hello. I assure you that this story that
Yeah. What you recommending? I'm trying to watch something real scary, like something real scary. What you got? Mr. Baller.
Sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction, and today's story is...
Y'all like the video already?
Sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction, and today's story is definitely a great example of that. But before we get into today's story, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place because that's all we do, and we upload once a week. So, if that's of interest to you, please call the like button to tell them you want to congratulate the newest winner of the Best Button Award, but then before they say anything, just ask them if they have the phone number for the subscribe button. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Okay, let's get into today's story.
I remember.
On the night of January 3rd, 2008, a 21-year-old man named Part Engel had just poured himself a beer and sat down on the couch next to his girlfriend to watch some TV when he heard a knock at the front door of his apartment in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. It was late, around 8 p.m., and Part was not expecting any company, and so before he got up, he looked over at his girlfriend to be like, "Are you expecting anybody?" And she looked at him and kind of shrugged, and so Part just put his beer down and stood up and walked over to the front door.
I tell you this. If you ain't ever been at the crib with somebody and you hear an unexpected knock, it's like one of the craziest things ever because you like sitting there like thinking, who could be at the door? But now we got Ring cameras, so we can really just check the Ring camera and just see like who at the door. Unless they like off to the side, then it's up in the air game.
Door to see who was there. And when Part opened up the front door, he was very surprised to see his mother standing there carrying a small duffel bag. So Part's mother lived in Middletown Township, which was located about an hour and a half away from Part's apartment. And while it was not unusual for Part's mom to stay over at Part's apartment, what was unusual is her just showing up unannounced. She never did that. And on top of that, as Part is looking at his mom, he could see clearly she had been crying because her eyeliner was smudged and her face was all puffy. And so Part knew clearly, there must be a problem here. But when he asked his mother, like, "What's going on, Mom?" she wouldn't tell him. She would just say, "I have to stay with you for the night." And then before he or Part's girlfriend could do or say anything, his mom just walked inside, walked down the hallway, went into the guest bedroom, and then shut and locked the door. And so Part and his girlfriend were left looking at each other like, what's going on here? 3 hours later, at 11 p.m., Part was in bed next to his sleeping girlfriend, just staring up at the ceiling, unable to sleep. Part was so anxious about whatever was going on with his mom because where he was staying, his bedroom, was right next door to the guest bedroom where his mom was staying, and so he already knows there's clearly some issue here with his mom, but all night he's been listening to her next door just pacing and crying in this guest bedroom, and he has no idea what's going on. But deep down, Part knew that whatever was going on, it very likely had to do with his father, whose name was Arun Kumar. Part's parents had a complicated relationship. They had immigrated from India decades earlier and had settled in Pennsylvania, where they had 2 kids, Part and Part's sister. Part's father, Arun Kumar, worked as an engineer at Boeing, and Part's mother owned a 7-Eleven franchise. And basically, since arriving in America, the two of them had really come with nothing and had worked their way up to now to where they had a very comfortable life. Kind of like,
I ain't gonna lie. He is talking a lot, but I'm visualizing the story like as he talking. Like some of this stuff is kind of like not making sense. Well, I mean it makes sense. He's like giving the background of his people, his parents and stuff, or the people's story and all that. And I'm like, it better be leading up to what's going on. I ain't need to know all that about them having the stove and stuff like that, man. That's unnecessary. Just get to the point. Tell me what's going on.
like the American dream, you know, the house, the white picket fence, the kids, you know, the whole thing. And so Part had always believed that, you know, his parents, as a result of getting through so much hardship together, that they must truly love each other now. I mean, to have gone through all that together, that would certainly make two people very close. And for the most part, that actually seemed to have been the case, that his parents just got along great and were a great couple. That is until a couple of years earlier. Arun Kumar had started an affair, and Part's mother had caught him. Now, Arun Kumar said that, you know, this affair meant nothing and he would stop right now, and Part's mother had forgiven him, you know, in order to keep the family together. But despite Part's mom forgiving Arun Kumar, deep down, she just knew she could never actually trust him again. And so she actually wound up enlisting Part's help to basically watch Arun Kumar's behavior. She had Part set up the software that basically spied on Arun Kumar's computer. Through this software, Part's mom could basically watch Arun Kumar's email traffic and all of his internet activity. Now, Part had not felt good about setting up the spy software on his dad's computer. It just felt totally wrong to be getting in between his parents like this. But he just felt like this was the only way Part's mom was ever going to be able to actually move on. And so Part sort of felt like this was his responsibility. This is the way that the family was going to stay together. His mom really just needed that extra layer of transparency on her husband. Otherwise, the family was going to fall apart. But now, as Part lay in his bed, unable to sleep, listening to his mom pace back and forth in the room next door, he began to think to himself, you know, maybe my mom found something using the software on my dad's computer. Maybe Arun Kumar had started another affair, and that was why his mom was now so upset. But just then, Part heard a new noise coming out of his mother's room. At first, it kind of sounded like low murmuring, like his mom was saying something to herself, but then he realized his mom was having a real conversation with somebody on the phone. And since Part couldn't sleep, and he was pretty intrigued about what the heck was going on with his mom to begin with, he decided to basically spy on his mom. So he very quietly got out of his bed and he walked around to the wall that lined up against his mother's room, and he put his ear to the wall and he began to listen. And what he heard was far worse than anything he could have imagined. What he heard his mom saying to whoever she was talking on the phone was that she had discovered that Arun Kumar had taken out $3.6 million in life insurance policies on Part, on his sister, and on his mother. And now Part's mom was saying to whoever she was talking to on the phone that she wasn't even worried about divorce at this point. She was worried about the physical safety of her and her kids.
3.6 million is a lot of money. That sounds like a bounty. I would kind of be afraid as well, because if she found out that he just took 3.6 million out on a life insurance policy, that means that somebody's finna kill his sister, his mom, and him. At this point, I gotta go find my tool, cause it's already a 2-for-1 kill already at the apartment.
She was worried that her husband was going to kill her and her kids to get this payout. And so not long after saying this, Part's mom hung up the phone and went back to pacing and crying in the room. And Part, meanwhile, has just heard this horrifying news, and he had no idea what to make of it. I mean, he knew his dad was not a good husband. But the idea that his dad would want to hurt his wife, or him, or his sister, just seemed totally impossible. But then, as Part's standing there just kind of processing what he's heard, he began to think back to these recent behavioral changes he noticed in his father that at the time he had kind of chalked up to, you know, maybe my dad's stressed or something. But now, given the context of what his mom was talking about, Part began to wonder if these behavioral changes were a sign of something being terribly wrong with his father.
What if recording high-quality content, editing like a pro, and streaming like a star was as simple?
The first change that Part had noticed happened a few weeks earlier. Now, Part's dad was normally a very mild-mannered and calm guy, but a few weeks earlier, he had gotten into this vicious dispute with their next-door neighbor over the property line that ran between their two properties. It was like he was picking a fight with the neighbor or something. And then, a few days after that, one of the bathroom sinks in their house had stopped working, and so Arun Kumar got out his tools and went to go break apart the sink and put it back together again, and because he was an engineer, this was something he did. This was typical behavior. But after breaking apart the sink, basically ripping it all apart and having all the parts on the ground, Part's dad didn't put it back together. He just left all the tools and all the parts just scattered across the bathroom floor. And considering that Arun Kumar was typically incredibly meticulous and organized, and he's this brilliant engineer, to Part, seeing his dad leave this sloppy mess and this unfinished sink, it felt totally off. And so standing there in his bedroom, totally horrified about everything he's heard, and, now kind of second-guessing everything he knew about his dad, who suddenly seemed like this combative, kind of disorganized guy, Part suddenly felt like, I have to learn more here. I have to figure out if my dad really is a threat. So Part quietly left his bedroom and made his way to the kitchen where his laptop was, and he loaded up that software that spied on his dad's computer. And as he began logging into this program, Part was thinking, maybe I'm going to find something that will show that my mom is clearly just overreacting and misinterpreting what she's seeing, that, my dad is not, out to kill us for some insurance payout. But after loading up this program and kind of scanning through some recent activity, Part realized that actually the situation with his dad was way worse than his mom had made out on that call he overheard. He not only found all these multi-million-dollar insurance policies taken out on him, his sister, and his mom, but also he discovered this stash of fraudulent-looking paperwork. There were all these passport photos of his father, but then connected to these photos was a passport application that was using somebody else's name, as if his father was trying to forge paperwork to create a phony passport for himself. And so at this point, Part felt like his mother was certainly not overreacting here, that in fact it really did seem like his father was, preparing to kill his family and collect millions of dollars in insurance money, and then using this, fake passport he was making, he'd be able to flee the country. For the next several days, Part's mom stayed at Part's apartment, but she barely ever left the guest bedroom. And then when she would leave the bedroom, Part would go up to her and try to ask her, hey, what's going on, without giving away how much he knew already. But Part's mom was like, nope, I don't want to talk about it, and she would just go right back in the room, shut and lock the door. And so finally, after several days of this, Part just went to his mom's bedroom door, he knocked on the door until she answered, and then before she could kind of shoo him away, he said, Mom, stop. I know what's going on, I read the emails, and we have to figure out what we're going to do, because our lives literally depend on it.
It's kind of lame that I understand why she don't want to tell him to kind of spook him, but you got to tell your son, like, look, our lives are at stake right now. We need to find a way to find your sister, get her over here, and leave. Like, she's wilding right now. Like, you're not telling him nothing. I would be mad. Like, you not telling me that Pops is going crazy, trying to kill us for $3.6 million? I need to know that immediately. So you walk through the door, your dad trying to kill us for $3.6 million, and we can just go from there. Like, I don't know. Like, exactly. Like, lock in. You right now, you wilding. We wasting time just sitting here at the house.
I agree with you. It looks like Dad is going to kill us and then flee the country. And so Part and his mom would talk through all the details of what was found on his computer, and ultimately they would decide that Part would be the one to go to police and tell them what was going on with Arun Kumar. And so the next day, Part went to the police station, with a stack of evidence that he believed would implicate his father. And, Part was so nervous about this, he was shaking. But when he talked to an actual police officer, they looked over his evidence and they heard the whole story. But they told him, like, look, we really can't do anything about this. They told Part that, it's not illegal to take out life insurance policies on your family. And then also the police officer pointed out that in addition to Arun Kumar taking out those policies on his kids and his wife, he had also taken out a policy on himself and made his wife and his kids the beneficiaries of that policy. And so the police officer said, look, this does not look like a murder plot to me. It just looks like your dad is doing something fairly responsible. And then as for the passport application paperwork, where his dad had used a phony name, the police officer said, look, he has not filed this paperwork, and so it's not illegal what he's doing. Anybody can get some paperwork out and fill it in with whatever they want. It becomes illegal if they attempt to actually pass it off and submit the paperwork, and as far as we know, he hasn't done that. So that's weird, but it's not illegal. And so Part had to leave the police station, and he went back to the apartment, and he told his mom what happened, and ultimately they decided that all they could do now was just wait and continue to watch that software that monitored Arun Kumar's computer and just hope Arun Kumar would do something that was incriminating that they could then bring to the police and say, see, he's trying to kill us, and collect a payout and flee the country.
At that point, you really gotta, like, the police is not helping. You really just gotta. That's what that Ring doorbell for. I ain't gonna lie. He gonna have to come over there, and you got to see a gun in his hand or something. I mean, he kind of like covering his tracks. It's like he thinking like 3 steps ahead. Like he know that she probably spying on him or something, or just in case he doing like those just in case methods, just in case somebody find this, it won't look like I'm doing this. Now I don't know. It's kind of like he, you know, he up in the game. Like he playing chess and he playing chess and they playing checkers. So I don't know. This sound good though. I'm trying to see how this gonna turn out.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. Back in 2017, I had just gotten out of the military after 7 years of service, and honestly, it was a huge struggle trying to reintegrate back into civilian life. Not only was I totally out of the loop with modern technology, but I also had no idea how to get a job or even how to identify every day.
Has Kyrie texted you back?
Oh, nah, that's wild. Y'all couldn't do that before you started that?
Day, just constantly check.
Oh, he was in the military too? So I mean, he probably would have been ready for those kind of scenarios. What? You say he took out what? Then I don't know. Now that I think about it, when he explained what the police said, like he took out he took it out on them and then put them like as the what he said. It sounded like if something happened to him, they get paid. That's what it looked like. How he set it up to the police did. He was like he basically just making like a business move. Like if something happened to me, y'all get paid. That's how the police is kind of elaborated. Or if I might be looking at it wrong, but if he got it set up like that, it sounds like the pops is in danger. Now that I'm like listening to it.
Over the next few days, that Part and his mother every day just constantly checked this software and watched what Arun Kumar was doing on his computer. All they saw was Arun Kumar was using his computer to do work emails and really basic stuff. Absolutely nothing incriminating. And in fact, over these few days, Arun Kumar would actually call Part's mom to ask her when she was coming back home again, and she would tell him that basically she was going to stay at Part's place indefinitely. And Arun Kumar did not seem upset or annoyed by this at all. If anything, it just seemed like he was really distracted and wasn't actually listening to Part's mom as she was speaking. And while this did seem kind of suspicious to Part and his mom, that basically Arun Kumar didn't care.
She messed up. Because if he called and asked, like, when you coming home, she could have said that she was working overtime. Well, she been there for a couple of days. She could have said she was out of town or something. She just like put the target right on this man. I'm at such and such house. I'm gonna be here forever. Like boom. That's two targets in one area already. Like what is she doing? Like she's not thinking right now?
That his wife wasn't coming home anytime soon, it still wasn't incriminating. And so, Part and his mom decided to just continue looking deeper and deeper into Arun Kumar's computer to see if there was anything that could begin to explain what was really going on here. And sure enough, Part dug deeper and deeper into Arun Kumar's computer, and he did discover something. Part began finding all these emails with people back in India that kind of vaguely indicated that Arun Kumar was involved in a very sketchy deal, like a business deal. Now, again, the emails were incredibly vague, but what was clear in these back and forths in these emails was that it seemed like Arun Kumar had gotten wrapped up with some really shady people, and they were having these really nasty exchanges in these emails about this, deal that Arun Kumar seemed to be involved in. And so Part began to wonder if maybe he and his mom had this all backwards, that he, his mom, and his sister were not the ones actually in danger here, that in fact it was Arun Kumar who was in danger. Maybe because this deal, went south, and these people that he was doing this deal with, maybe they were mad at him. And so perhaps all these life insurance policies and this new fake identity were some sort of move by Arun Kumar to kind of flee the danger he was in. And so obviously, if this was true, this was still a horrible situation for their whole family, but it was markedly better than what Part and his mom had been operating on before, which was, that Arun Kumar was going to kill his whole family. And so pretty quickly, as a result of kind of thinking about this in a new way, Part's mother started feeling a lot better about the whole situation and actually left Part's apartment and went back to the house to go live with Arun Kumar. And Part himself began to think that, maybe this is not as big of a deal as we thought it was. I'm sure my dad will figure out whatever he needs to figure out here to get out of whatever mess he's in. And over the coming days, Part checked in with his mom every single day because now she's living with Arun Kumar, and she said everything was fine. And Part, he continued to check his dad's computer activity, and nothing else really popped up. It was still just the same stuff they had originally found. And so it just kind of seemed like, maybe this really is not as big of a deal as we thought it was. But on the morning of January 20th, 2008, so about 2.5 weeks after Part's mom showed up at his apartment, everything changed. On that morning, Part logged into his computer to check on his dad's computer using that software because he was still checking it every single day. And the first thing he saw was his dad had sent this email to this woman who Part didn't know, and this woman was certainly not his mother. And in this email, his dad told this person that he had a big contract coming up and he was going to make a ton of money from it. And then also at the end of this email, he told this woman that he loved her. And so right away, Part's thinking, okay, my dad is obviously having another affair because this is not my mom and he's saying he loves her. And also, what's my dad talking about with this big contract coming up? Is he talking about the insurance policies? Does he expect those to pay out soon, indicating that I, my sister, or my mom might be dead? And then also, the other thing that Part noticed that morning as he's checking through his dad's computer activity is he found another message his dad had sent out recently where he communicated to somebody that his father had died. So Part's grandfather had died. And also in this message, Arun Kumar is telling this person that he's going to go to his dad's funeral alone, that his wife and 2 kids were not invited to this funeral. And so Part's reading this, and he's totally devastated by the fact that his grandfather's dead, and the fact that, he's not being invited to the funeral? But again, he's thinking, oh my gosh, is that because my dad thinks I'm not going to be alive? Is this all connected, between the big contract and the fact that we're not going to be at the funeral? Is this my dad thinking he's going to enact this murder plot soon? Part didn't know, but he felt like he and his mom and his sister were running out of time, and he needed to act right now. And so Part got off his computer, he called his mom, and they made a plan. That evening, at around 9:15 p.m., Part got in his car and began driving towards his parents' house to go confront his dad. This was the plan he and his mom had come up with. Basically,
Bro, what kind of plan is that? Why are y'all going to the house? Like, that's not making no sense. First of all, where y'all sister at? Why y'all not go to y'all sister spot yet? I haven't heard once where he was like, oh, we went to our sister spot, see what her take was on it. Like, bro. Man, oh my God. Like, I don't know, man. It's getting wild. He going to the house, though? He going to the thundering outside? Oh, yeah, that's thunder. Making the story extra crazy. Hey. Exactly. That's the worst thing you could do. Like, you going up there with all these assumptions. Like, then he gonna find out you spying on him. So even if you didn't catch even though you didn't catch him, like, on his intentions or what he was gonna do, now he can switch it up. I mean, like, oh, my son and mom been spying on me, so now we gotta figure out plan B. Bro, This man is not thinking, bro. He's not thinking. He's wilding right now.
His mom would stay at Part's apartment, and Part would go and tell his dad, we know about what you're doing, and you gotta stop. And even though Part was totally jacked up on adrenaline as he drove towards the house, he felt like he really had the upper hand going into whatever this confrontation was going to be. Because, number one, Part was showing up totally unannounced at night to his dad's place. I mean, his dad's going to be caught off guard when he sees him. And also, Part knew he was much physically bigger than his father. Part was over 6 feet tall and over 200 pounds, and so he had the physical angle as well. And so Part really felt confident driving towards the house that he was going to come out the victor in whatever ensued. At around 10:45 p.m., Part finally arrived in front of his parents' house. He parked the car, he got out, he walked up the front steps, and he knocked on the front door. And a couple of seconds later, Arun Kumar came to the door, he opened it up, and he's totally confused to see his son standing there. And then before Arun Kumar could do anything, Part, in his deepest and most authoritative voice, looked at his dad and said, "We need to talk."
Yeah, that's a big
And then he
house.
intentionally bumped into his dad with his shoulder as he walked into the house. And so his dad is like standing at the front door, not really sure what's going on. And Part, after taking a few steps in, he abruptly turns around. And so now he's looking back at his dad. And he takes a step forward and gets right in his dad's face and says, I know what you're up to. I know what you've done. And you have a simple choice to make. You can either stop what you're doing and become the family man you're supposed to be, faithful to mom, or I'm going to go to the police and tell them what you're up to, and you're going to go to jail. Either way, whatever you're doing stops right now. And for a moment, Part and Arun Kumar are basically staring at each other in silence, and then Arun Kumar, before Part could stop him, basically ran past Part, passed him down the hallway, and he ran into the master bedroom, disappearing from Part's view. And so Part's turned around, and he wasn't expecting this, and suddenly all that confidence he had going into this confrontation was gone. Because he's thinking, oh my goodness, my dad, maybe he's got a weapon in there. I need to get in there and stop him. And so Part, he turns and...
Now you see... Bro, first of all, he went unplanned, and not that he seen that his dad going to the back, he think his dad finna come back with some kind of weapon. Like, what you went over there for empty-handed for anyway? You supposed to have whatever on you just in case. He could come out the room and jab. Wow, easy. You have nothing on you. You done sat out there, did all that talking for what? That's if he wanted to kill you. Didn't plan nothing out, bro. What type of plan was that? We're gonna go to the house and confront him. Like, man, get out of here. Oh my gosh.
runs down the hallway, he darts into the bedroom, having no idea what he's going to see inside, but what he sees does catch him off guard. Arun Kumar is just sitting on the bed, doing nothing. He's just staring what looks like at the wall, and Part just stops in the doorway, looks at his dad, and then realizes his dad's not just absently staring at the wall, he's staring into the open bathroom. And in the open bathroom, on the ground, are all those tools left over from where his dad had been working on the sink and then never finished.
Yep.
Like, all these tools are scattered on the ground, including one tool that now Part is realizing his dad is looking directly at. It was a big, heavy metal pipe wrench. And suddenly Part realized, my dad is looking at a weapon, and he's considering whether or not to get that weapon and attack me with it. The next morning, Part...
Oh, let's look at this house. Got to go. Oh yeah, he for sure did. Especially if Pops get his hands on that pipe wrench. One hit to the head, you done. One hit, period, you done. You can try to block if you want to. Arm gonna be broke. It's over with. Ain't gonna cap to you, boy. That's pulling in the garage. I just feel like that's crazy right there. You knock that down, the whole house coming down immediately. It's like very unleveled. I don't know. I don't like that. It's big, but it just look weird. Yeah. The house is nice for sure. It's nice. I feel like you get injured, you come downstairs and you trip, it's over with. You going straight down, and you gonna continue to go down. I don't know. The porch is kind of unsatisfying. Got a big house, but this porch is like so little. Like You get right there trying to walk past somebody. Excuse me. Start raining, your legs getting wet.
Parth's mother pulled up in front of the house that she shared with Arun Kumar. She walked up the steps, went to the front door, she opened it up, and as soon as she stepped inside, she yelled out, hello, who's here? But there was silence, and immediately she got a bad feeling. But she knew she had to investigate. And so Parth's mom began slowly walking down the hallway, the same hallway that Parth and his dad had been fighting in the night before. And she went down the hallway, and she turned and looked into the master bedroom, and she couldn't believe what she saw. There was blood on the carpets, on the walls. It was a bloodbath. And in the middle of the room was an obvious dead body that was so mutilated and destroyed, she couldn't even identify it. And so seconds later, she had run outside and dialed 911. It would take police almost 4 years to finally untangle Arun Kumar's insane web of lies and also make an arrest for the murder that took place inside of that house. And the reason it took nearly 4 years is because nothing in this case was what it looked like. Now, Parth and his mother had been correct about a number of things about Arun Kumar. For example, Arun Kumar was having another affair, he had taken out life insurance policies on his whole family, and he was looking to obtain a fake identity. They were also right that Arun Kumar had become embroiled in a very shady deal back in India.
That's what I was thinking. I think the son killed the pops. But if he killed the pops and then the evidence is wrong, he really just gonna go to jail for murder because you did that for no reason. Ain't even no way to explain that. That's wild.
But the specifics of that deal were not what Parth and Parth's mom thought it was. And when Arun Kumar announced in that message that, his father had died and he'd be traveling to India all alone, that his wife and his kids weren't coming, they weren't invited, well, Parth and his mom had been correct. That this was a cover. This was an excuse for Arun Kumar to put his big plan into action. And Arun Kumar's big plan did involve murder. And so Parth and his mom were right about that aspect of his plan. However, Arun Kumar's target for this murder was not who Parth and his mom thought it was. They were not the target. Arun Kumar was going to murder himself. Or more specifically, he was going to pretend to kill himself. That was actually the shady deal he was involved in back in India. He was working with people who could help him fake his own death. And so what he was going to do is go to India, fake his death, and then once he was dead on paper, that would trigger an insurance payout of his own life insurance policy, and that money would go to his wife and his kids, and then Arun Kumar would disappear using his fake identity he would have, along with his mistress, the woman he was having an affair with. That was the person.
That's crazy. So he really was just going to get on the bread and just going to carry on with his new life with the other lady. And they over there overreacting, thinking that they was trying to get killed. That's wild. Fam just really wanted to go on about his life and just go with somebody else. And he was like, y'all get the bread, you know what I'm saying? Get the bread and I'm on, you know what I'm saying? I'm with my new family.
And he had sent that email to talking about the big payout. But Parth and Parth's mom did not know this last critical piece of Arun Kumar's plan. They really believed they were the target of this big plot, that they were going to get killed. And so that's why they felt like they had to act first. So on January 20th, 2008, Parth and his mother worked out an alibi for themselves. What they were going to tell people is that at around 8 p.m., Parth went and picked up his mother from the house that she shared with Arun Kumar, and the two of them just went back to Parth's apartment, and that was it. But in reality, Parth never went over and picked his mom up and brought her back to the apartment. Instead, she was at the house with Arun Kumar when Parth showed up at 10:45 p.m. to confront Arun Kumar. So it was him and his mom at the house as Parth is demanding Arun Kumar come clean and stop what he's doing. And then at some
So she was there? Like, what's going on? Like, this story just took a whole turn. She was there the whole time, like everything was going down. Whoa. Oh my gosh.
picked his mom up and brought her back to the apartment. Instead, she was at the house with Arun Kumar when Parth showed up at 10:45 p.m. to confront Arun Kumar. So it was him and his mom at the house as Part is demanding Arun Kumar come clean and stop what he's doing. And then at some point during this heated argument in the hallway, Arun Kumar turned and ran into the bedroom, and Part chased after him. And Part, he sees Arun Kumar sitting on the edge of the bed, and he thinks his dad is looking at the pipe wrench on the floor in the bathroom. And Part thinks, my dad is about to get that wrench and attack me with it. And so Part just acted first, and he ran and grabbed that wrench, and he beat his father to death with it. And then after leaving his father's unrecognizable, mutilated body just lumped in the middle of the bedroom floor, blood all over the walls, he and his mother just left the house and went back to Part's apartment. And then the next day, Part's mom went back to the house, and she pretended to find Arun Kumar's body, even though she already knew he was in there. And then she called 911 and acted totally beside herself when they showed up, as if she had just happened upon her husband's dead body. But almost 4 years later, when the truth finally came out about this horrible situation, Part and his mother were arrested. Now, both of them absolutely maintained that they genuinely believed.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Done killed the man, and he was trying to set them up. So now the sister really just gonna be getting 3.6 million to herself. Sad bands, but you know, that's wild.
Their lives were in danger because of Arun Kumar, and they said during that confrontation in the house, Part was only acting in...
You think the father wanted the racks to himself? I was thinking that he was just going fake. I kind of see what you're saying now. Fake his death, get the bread, and then go to his new people. That's a good line. That's a good line right there. That's a good line.
Self-defense. He really believed his dad was going to grab that pipe wrench first, and so he had to do it before him, and that's why he killed his dad. But ultimately, Part would plead guilty to manslaughter, and he would be sentenced to 33 months in prison, and Part's mother would plead guilty to conspiracy, and she would be sentenced to 10 months in prison.
That's it. I fought with this. I don't care. I like this. Yeah, that's true. He should have had killed him. I feel like he should have just got the wrench and then got him asked him questions or something like, "What's your plans on this and that?" or "What was you about to do?" And they could have had that whole thing figured out. Like, I don't want to be with you no more, et cetera. I'm going here to fake my death. When I come back after they clear my name, I'm going to break you off some bread, keep my bread, and go on about my business. But that's what happened when you start assuming stuff. People get hurt. Vid. That's what I said. 33 months. $17 for a scam. What's the name of it? Is on the same channel? What's the name of it? Go to vid tab. What's in the box? Yeah, boy, that thunder scared you, huh?
Through the fire, through the fire. You can record studio quality vocals in the.
Today's story.
To the fire. 2 months ago, the mystery behind their deadly laughter was no joke. Aight.
Today's story is a medical mystery.
This the right one, right?
Today's story is a medical mystery that comes from the remote forests of Papua New Guinea. And let's just say the mystery illness is absolutely horrifying. I mean, the symptoms alone are straight nightmare fuel. But perhaps the worst part of this mystery disease is how it was determined that it was being spread, something that took a long time to figure out. But my goodness, the way this thing was being spread is just... you'll see. But before we get into today's story, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place because that's all we do, and we upload once a week. So if that's of interest to you, please offer to dry clean the like button's laundry, but instead of using starch, use super glue. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Okay, let's get into today's story. On a sunny afternoon in the summer of 1953, a young woman named An stood in the middle of a huge sugarcane grove in an isolated forest in Papua New Guinea. And around her were all her relatives and neighbors, and they were all there to mourn the loss of An's sister, whose name was Ton. She had passed away 3 days earlier from a very mysterious illness that people in An's village called kuru. And in their language, the word kuru meant trembling. Now, keep in mind, this particular mystery illness that was called kuru only affected the people in An and Ton's village. This is like a hyper-specific illness that only happened inside of this little forest to these people. But An and the rest of the people in her village had seen this happen over and over and over again every year, and so they knew what happened when you got kuru because it was always the same. As soon as you began to tremble, that was kind of like the first sign.
Wow. I understand what you're saying though, cause when you start hitting them symptoms and you be like, I got those same symptoms, man. Start having that panic attack. Nah, that's wild.
1 year or so after that moment, you lose control of all the muscles in your body until you die. And so in Ton's case, so An's sister, she had watched this happen exactly as it did for everybody else that ever got this illness. She started with the tremors, and then before long she couldn't even stand up or walk around, and then finally her sister lost control of the muscles in her throat, and so she couldn't eat despite being hungry, and so ultimately she died of starvation, which is like one of the worst ways to die. It's incredibly slow and very, very painful. And so ever since Ton's death 3 days earlier, the village had been performing all these rituals and prayers in an attempt to assist Ton's spirit on its way into the afterlife. And this type of very involved funeral was absolutely customary in An's culture. An and her family and all of these villagers were members of the Foray people, who were native to Papua New Guinea, which is an island just north of Australia. And in 1953, when this story is taking place, the Foray people numbered about 11,000 people, and remember, they live in a very isolated forest. They are basically cut off from the world for the most part, but they were beginning to fear that they were going to go extinct because of kuru. Every year, the Foray people lost 200 people to kuru, and for the most part, the victims were women, like disproportionately so, which made it even more likely that the Foray people would go extinct, because if you lose all the women, you can't have any more kids.
Facts.
And in fact, by 1953, so many women had died from kuru that by this point, there were 3 times as many men as there were women. In fact,
Turning that whole area into a sausage party is wild. Off of disease. Whew. I wouldn't know what to do, man. I would have relocated so fast. Oh yeah, me too. I did that one time. I forgot what it was. I was having like some kind of headache, and the links was like already purple and stuff, and I'm like sitting there, I'm like, man, let me get off this jump, man, cause I know the panic attack is like. I had one when I was in high school, and I was on the football field, and it's like I can't explain this vision. Like it's like this vision you have when you feel like you about to die or something. It's like everything turned like HD. I can't explain it, but the vision gets like HD or something like that. Like I don't know how to explain it, and he just started panicking. Heart start racing and stuff. Like I had my coach sitting up there talking about, you smoke. I'm like, nah, man, like, watch out. Yeah, I'm telling them, they were like, you having an asthma attack. I did have asthma too. No. What? No. I think if I would have told my mom something like that, she was like, boy, if you don't go get your ass out my face. I think it probably was because of hot though. Usually if you get like a nosebleed, it's either like too warm in the area or I forgot what the other symptom was. I ain't had one in a minute though. I hate being hot, so that's probably why I haven't had one in so long.
The leading cause of death for 4A women was Kuru. But the 4A people did not view Kuru as just an illness. They actually viewed it as a curse. In fact, that was completely accepted that that is exactly what it was. This is not like getting the cold. Somebody did this to you. Like a sorcerer somewhere, some unnamed sorcerer that's like coming into the forest is targeting these women and cursing them with Kuru. And so the 4A people put on these really elaborate funerals mostly to ward off these dark magic sorcerers that were casting Kuru spells. And so the 4A people believed that if they just nailed the funeral procedure for somebody who has just died from Kuru, the kind of 3-day long, all these rituals and prayers they have to do, if the village is able to nail it perfectly, then the deceased who's passed away from Kuru, so in this case on Sister Tawn, her spirit, as a result of this perfect funeral, would be able to kind of rise up and actually seek revenge on the sorcerer who killed the person. And so these funerals were basically like kind of taking the dead, rising their spirit, and sending them off to go kill the sorcerer. And so An and the rest of her villagers, they went through this very elaborate process for An's sister, Tawn, and at the end of it, they did feel like they had really nailed it. And so they felt confident that Tawn's spirit was going to rise up and get her revenge. A few weeks after An's sister's funeral, An was standing over an open fire, and she was cooking some pork and sweet potatoes, and as she went to flip the meat over, she reached her hand out, and she noticed her hand was trembling, which is the first sign of someone with Kuru. Now, An told herself that, oh no, I don't have Kuru, it's just because I was working really hard today, and I'm tired, like that's all it is. But she knew deep down, she may have been cursed. An did her best to kind of hide her trembling hands. However, after about a month from that first time she noticed her hand shaking, she noticed she wasn't really able to stand up without kind of losing her balance because her legs were starting to tremble. And finally, when she basically couldn't even stand up without assistance, this is again only 1 month after that first tremble, she knew she had Kuru. And An already knew that there was absolutely nothing anybody in her village could do to stop this from killing her. Kuru was a 100% death sentence. And so if you got Kuru, it's like the whole village just began prepping for your death because they had to be ready to do this big ritualistic funeral. And so imagine that. You have this mystery illness.
Imagine, bro. Imagine. I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine. Like, they prepping up your funeral while you... Yes! That's why they prepping your funeral while you're alive. They, like, get the stuff together because... They basically about to die. You about to... Man, what? They walking by the room and stuff. Like, man, we gonna miss you, man. Hey, man, get the fuck out my face. Man, go take that somewhere else. Take that to the next town or something, man. I could not. That would make the death go by so much faster because you've been had a heart attack thinking so much like, oh, it's about to be painful. My body just gonna shut down. I'm gonna be stuck looking up, dying slowly. Like, man, ain't no way. You be sitting there wanting to eat. Oh, you can't eat that. I mean, Your people, your fam come in there playing your game. You tell me, get out your room, but watch out, but I'm trying to prep myself up on the game because you ain't about to play it no more. You about to be dead. Nah, that's wild. I'd be pissed. Like, bro, go on, bro. Go ahead. You play it after I get killed then.
Illness or curse or whatever you want to think it is, and you're just counting down the days until you die. But for An, even though she had seen this happen so many times before and just kind of knew there's nothing she could do, she couldn't stand the idea of having this horrible, slow, painful death, and so she decided, you know what? I'm going to do something drastic that basically nobody else had done before who had Kuru. So for context, at this time, the Foray people had been totally isolated from other people in the world for thousands of years. They basically lived in this little part of Papua New Guinea in the forest, and nobody else contacted them. They were totally isolated. However, starting in the 1950s, some Australian colonists and researchers the world for thousands of years. They basically lived in this little part of Papua.
Ooh, what? We got it made. This can't even withstand none of the storms we have here in the United States. What? Like, she talking about she having a slow death. They immediately got to pass you coming in and out the house. Ain't no way. On one storm, the whole village just gonna disappear, wiped off the map. They got the roof built with straws. Man, you get one Florida hurricane over there, all that going. Everything in this picture disintegrated.
Guinea in the forest, and nobody else contacted them. They were totally isolated. However, starting in the 1950s, some Australian colonists and researchers and police actually began kind of making their way in and around the Foray people's area. So they were making contact, albeit not necessarily direct contact, but the Foray people were seeing basically white people wandering around in and around their forest from time to time. And it was always very shocking when they would see these people because they dressed completely differently, they looked totally different. I mean, it's like two worlds totally colliding. And generally speaking, An and the rest of the people in her village, they did not like having these Australian people kind of wandering around. But An is thinking, you know, the people in my village, the Foray people, they have no solutions for me. So maybe these Australian people that have kind of popped up, maybe they have some answers about what I can do to stop myself. No solutions for me. So maybe, generally speaking, An and the rest of the people in her village, they did not like having these Australian.
Nah, that's the type of face you have when you pissed off, cause nobody don't have no solution that you about to get burnt, basically. Just mad and miserable, man. I had that same face too. Now I can't walk, can't eat. She listened to all the ideas they got. To be honest, we really can do this, but that won't work. Like, what? Boy, whoever this is, boy, your short so little. God. Fam shit right up his ass.
People kind of wandering around. But An is thinking, you know, the people in my village, the Foray people, they have no solutions for me. So maybe these Australian people that have kind of popped up, maybe they have some answers about what I can do to stop myself from dying from this horrible curse. Keep in mind, by going out and seeking help from these outsiders, it was like An would be breaking a huge custom. This is so taboo for the Foray people, and very likely, even if she was able to find a solution from these outsiders, it's not clear if she would have been welcomed back into her village. And so this is a truly desperate measure she's taking, but she really felt like she had no choice. So, even as her body trembled from Kuru, An managed to stand up using a stick, and she began kind of hobbling her way quietly and discreetly out of her village, something that she really never did. And eventually, after hobbling her way out of sight of the foray people, she began making her way through the woods, and she eventually came to a clearing where there was this house. And it was obvious this is not a house that the foray people have built. This is somebody from the outside who's built something kind of near where they were living. And so An wandered up to this house, not really sure what to do, but she went up and...
I ain't gonna lie, if she had to walk, depending on how far she had to walk, I don't care. That's a long walk anyway, because you gotta leave your town to go to another area. So you going through the woods and stuff with this stick by yourself, I can't even imagine how long that even took for you. You done found this house, you know it's not yours, because they house probably made brick by brick. And you was like, this mug look nice. You coming out the trees looking like a troll with the stick and stuff. Man, I can't even imagine all that suffering, bro. I wouldn't want to go through it. I would just stayed in that chair.
knocked on the door, and a second later it opened up, and it's this Australian anthropologist named Ronald Burnt, who actually An had seen before. He had been coming through her village a couple of times, attempting to interview people to learn more about the foray people. She knew that nobody wanted to talk to him, but, she had seen him before. And so she was relieved. This is someone that I'm somewhat familiar with. And so as Ronald is staring back at her, and Ronald's pretty tall and skinny, he's got glasses on, he's dressed like a typical Australian in the 1950s, and he's looking at An, and An begins to try to tell him what's going on with her. And as she began to talk, the words she was saying were coming out all garbled, and she realized that the Kuru curse was now affecting her throat, the muscles in her neck, and she was not able to speak. But as it happened, Ronald, who was very familiar with the foray people, he could tell, based on just the way she was acting and how desperate she looked, that very likely this woman was here because she believed she had Kuru. And Ronald, who had learned about Kuru after studying the foray people, he had done some research on it, and he believed it was entirely psychosomatic, that this was not an actual illness. Basically, he believed Kuru was acute hysteria, that these foray people were just going crazy and convincing themselves that they had this illness, and I guess that kind of manifested their death a year later. And so Ronald interrupted An, who again is struggling to talk, and he was able to communicate to her in her language that you do not have Kuru, you are hysterical, this is in your head, and you should go now. And then he shut the door on her. And An had no idea what to do. She was embarrassed. She was terrified that maybe somebody from her village had seen her come out here. And so just trembling and feeling so alone and so scared, she turned around and just went back to her village. 9 months later, An's condition had severely deteriorated. She basically was following exactly the process of every other person she had seen with Kuru. She had lost virtually all the control of her body. She could barely sip water. She was feeling absolutely horrible. I mean, she knew she was closing in on death, and she had not gone back out to try to get help from outsiders.
He said that she didn't have it, but he probably was scared that he was going to probably catch it. Be like, nah, go on, take that back. Where you got that from? I heard about y'all. Oh, take that back. Take that back.
That interaction with Ronald had kind of destroyed her hope, and so she did go back and just was kind of waiting to die, just like everybody else in her village did. But for An, the physical symptoms of Kuru that she was experiencing were undoubtedly terrible, but they were not as bad, at least to An, as the other side of Kuru. So in addition to referring to this curse as Kuru, which meant trembling, sometimes foray people would refer to this curse, this illness, as the laughing death. And it's because during the terminal stage, so the end stage of Kuru, when you're just about to die, you just begin laughing. It doesn't matter what you're thinking about. This is not an actual laugh. You're not thinking something's funny. It's like you could be weeping and totally depressed because you know you're going to die, but you keep hysterically laughing, which makes your whole body so...
I ain't gonna count, because, now that he said that, my side, I noticed that, every time I laugh, my side started hurting, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to watch this with ease now. It's like you just start laughing, so... yeah.
Sore from constantly laughing over and over again, and An was beginning to experience that. She would be weeping and laughing at the same time. And think about this,
Yep.
everybody everybody else who's in the village, they know what this means. And so their preparations for her death are only getting more and more ramped up. They're getting ready for the big ritualistic funeral they're going to give to An. And so An, as she's hysterically laughing, is fully aware that everybody's just waiting for her to die. And finally, just a few weeks after she had begun the laughing side of Kuru, An would pass away, almost exactly 1 year from when she first noticed the trembling in her hand when she was cooking over that fire.
That's
If you don't know this, late last year we launched a brand new, strange, dark, and mysterious show called Mr. Ballen's Medical Mysteries. And so far,
yeah, 1 year is crazy. Like, not being able to walk. I don't even know how long it was for her, like, when her full body just, like, closed down. And you can't walk? Ooh, man. They sitting there, they've been prepping for like about, what, 9 months? I think they found out like about some months later. And they just sitting there prepping. Then you hear them in the other room having a conversation, which I plan on cooking for like the after service. You know, after we bury the body, we can eat some chicken, pork chops and stuff like that. You mad just hearing that jump, bro? Ain't no way, man. We got to take the body, put it over here. You just sitting there just panicking, crying, upset, and just like, that laughing gonna do it. You gotta go out laughing and stuff so the pain can go away. But it ain't really doing nothing but making it worse.
after An's death, more and more people just kept on getting Kuru. And over the
Hold up. My side's kind of hurting now, man. I don't think it's funny no more.
the next 7 years, it was like clockwork. 200 plus 4A people died from Kuru every year, and nobody had any idea how to stop it. It just became a part of their lives. And again, they kept getting closer and closer to being extinct. It was this really terrifying time. 7 years after An's death, so in 1961, a medical anthropologist named Shirley Lindenbaum was sitting in her office at City University in New York reading over old scientific articles. And as she was just kind of flipping through them, she noticed there was an article from an Australian anthropologist named Ronald Burnt, the same guy who had turned An away and told her, no, you don't have Kuru, that's not real, it's psychosomatic. And in this article, Ronald outlined these symptoms that the 4A people were exhibiting that obviously were not real. They had tremors, loss of muscle control, and huge mood swings. But Ronald was like, it's all in their head. It's not a real disease. But to Shirley, as she's reading this, she's thinking, why has Ronald decided this has to be psychosomatic? These symptoms seem like a real disease, like a neurological condition. Something must be attacking their brains, causing them to have these symptoms and then die. But when Shirley, just out of curiosity, began to do some additional research on the Kuru disease, or whatever you want to call it, she discovered that there was basically no real research other than Ronald's about this weird illness. And so she decided, you know what, there's a gap in the research, and I'm going to fill it. I'm going to figure out what's going on with the 4A people and this weird thing called Kuru. So the following summer, when Shirley finally had some time, she left New York and flew to Papua New Guinea, and she made her way into the forests to contact the 4A people. And eventually she reached some of these small villages that contained 4A people, and the 4A people, even if they didn't necessarily embrace Shirley, many of them were open to at least speaking to her and talking about their culture, their customs, their history, and of course talking about Kuru, this curse. And eventually Shirley made her way into this one particular 4A village where she actually saw a white man just walking around in this village. So he really stood out. And so immediately Shirley walked up to this guy and he introduced himself as Dr. Michael Alpers, and he told Shirley he had been living in these villages with the 4A people for several months because he was studying Kuru. He wanted to figure out, what's actually causing it, because he also felt very skeptical at the idea that this is just psychosomatic. That did not seem very plausible. And so Shirley and Dr. Alpers were totally aligned, and they're like, hey, let's swap notes and do this together. And so Shirley began telling Dr. Alpers about what she had learned so far, And she said that when she showed up in Papua New Guinea, she believed what this was, what Kuru was a genetic brain disease, meaning it would be passed down from, parent to child and so on and so forth. But she quickly discovered that after conducting research and talking to the foray people in these villages, that was not the case. This was not something that went from parent to child. Instead, Kuru appeared to spread amongst tight-knit social groups within these villages, which seemed to indicate this was actually a contagious disease, not a genetic one. And so she told Dr. Alpers that now her working theory was that Kuru was actually a contagious type of encephalitis, which is inflammation of the brain. But Shirley also said to Dr. Alpers that did not explain why so many victims of Kuru were female. And Shirley also said to Dr. Alpers that, I've been around loads of people with Kuru, and I don't have it, so how can it be contagious? Dr. Alpers agreed with everything Shirley was saying, and in fact had come to a similar conclusion himself, which meant he also had the same questions. Why only women, and why wasn't he getting it? But he told Shirley that when he began trying to answer this question, he discovered that actually, in addition to lots of women getting Kuru, also lots of kids got Kuru. Not necessarily parent to child, but also children in these villages seemed to be slightly more susceptible to getting Kuru than men. And in fact, Dr. Alpers told Shirley that right now there was a 12-year-old boy who was in the final stage of Kuru, so the laughing stage, the terminal stage, and because this boy's parents knew their son was going to die, they were so desperate and grief-stricken that when Dr. Alpers came by and offered to do an autopsy on their son when he passed to try to learn more, the parents agreed, even though that meant totally breaking foray custom. So this was like major taboo decision. But again, the foray people are getting more and more desperate as they go closer and closer to the brink of extinction from Kuru. A few days later, Dr. Alpers found Shirley, and he told her that the 12-year-old boy had passed away, and so now it was time to conduct the autopsy. And so he led Shirley to a clearing in the woods that was kind of far away from the eyes of the villagers, and there was a makeshift autopsy table with this boy's body on it. And while Shirley really could not stand to watch this actually happen, she did go over after Dr. Alpers had opened up the boy's skull, revealing his brain. And he yelled to her, "Hey, you have to come over here and look at this." And so Shirley walked over and she looked down, and even though she had not seen a human brain before right in front of her, she knew right away there's something terribly wrong with that brain. His brain was completely shriveled up and covered in holes, as if like a worm had drilled through his brain. And so Shirley and Dr. Alpers immediately knew this brain has to be sent off for further testing because something's happening here that's not psychosomatic. This is a real disease that is killing these people. About a year later, Shirley was back home in New York in her office when she received a letter from a research team at the United States National Institutes of Health, or NIH for short. And the NIH is one of the largest medical research facilities in the world. And it was where Shirley and Dr. Alpers had sent off that boy's brain for further study. And so by getting this letter, Shirley knew she was going to get information about whatever they discovered in this boy's brain. And so she ripped it open and pulled out the report and began reading. And the researchers said they had spent the last year, studying this brain tissue, and while they still didn't really understand how Kuru even happened and what caused it, was it a virus or an infection, they didn't know, but they had discovered something about how Kuru spread. During one of their experiments, the NIH researchers had injected some tissue from this boy's brain into a chimpanzee, and very quickly, that chimpanzee developed Kuru. And so this told the researchers that yes, Kuru was contagious, and it spread through infected brain tissue. But how one person's infection...
Bro, I don't even think that I can just they talking about come look at this brain. What, man? I'm not finna come look at that. No, ugh. Ain't no way. Then they just sat there and stuck a chimpanzee with the stuff that gave the chimpanzee the disease. Not a chimpanzee gonna be sitting there suffering. Man.
Infected brain got into another person's brain was the big mystery. But at least they had found something. But as Shirley read this, because she had done all that research when she went into the forests of Papua New Guinea and spoke to all these foray people, she had learned a lot about what they did on a day-to-day basis and, what their various customs and rituals were. And she actually knew exactly how something like this could happen, something that only the 4A people were doing. During her research in Papua New Guinea, Shirley had learned that 4A people believe all humans have 5 distinct souls. There was that one soul that 4A people believed they could basically summon up out of a deceased person that would then go avenge that person's death. So think about how all those people who died from Kuru, they believed that was a curse from some sorcerer. And so a big part of that funeral process was to call out that soul to go avenge their death, go find the sorcerer and kill them. But that was just one soul. There were 4 others. And of these 4 others, there was one called the Quila, which was the most dangerous. Quila meant flesh in the 4A people's language, and this soul was like a manifestation of death and decay, because that's what our flesh does. It just kind of gradually dies all the time. And so they looked at the flesh as being a really bad thing. And so they believed after someone died, their flesh needed to be stored properly. Otherwise, it would pollute the air and cause more death and decay for other people that were still alive. And the safest place, according to the 4A people, for the Quila to be stored, so human flesh, was inside of a woman's body. And the reason for this is 4A people believe...
You telling me... You telling me they sat there and just came up with like, we need to not let this pollute the air. Let's stick it in somebody's body. What? That made no kind of sense. That made everything so much worse. Why?
Women's bodies are much more resilient than men's, and so if anybody could withstand holding Quila inside of them, it would be the women. But there was a very specific process that the 4A women had to follow in order to kind of put this Quila inside of themselves. And multiple 4A women had explained this totally bizarre process to Shirley when she was out there talking to the people in the village. The way it worked is a few days after a 4A member has passed away, this huge feast is prepared, except the feast only consists of the Quila. Basically, the person who is dead is chopped up and prepared by the women, like their entire body gets consumed. Now, keep in mind, anybody hearing about this who's not a member of the 4A people would be like, oh my god, that's horrible. But to 4A people, this ritualistic cannibalism was actually an act of love. The idea was by having...
No, it's not. That's disgusting. Sat there and butchered them people and sat there and barbecued them folks and then gonna eat them. And they let the women sit there and just eat human body. Yes, eating loved ones is outrageous. Sat there and marinated on folks. Human body booty cheek sandwiches. Come on now. Literally, they had legs and thighs. Man.
These women consume the Quila, consuming the dead person. You're protecting the living because you don't want the Quila out and about polluting the air, and you are respecting the dead. But remember, Kuru got spread through infected brain tissue. And it just so happened that during these funeral feasts, when they were consuming the Quila, the brain of the deceased person was an absolute delicacy. And so the brain was reserved for close female relatives of the deceased person. And so during An's sister's funeral, so when Ton passed, what do you think An ate? She ate Ton's brain. And then also, critically, Shirley had learned that a lot of these women who were given the brain, this delicacy during these funerals, they would often sneak little pieces of the brain and hand it out to kids as like a little treat. They would take the brain and eat it. Nobody knew.
They handing out brains like trick-or-treat candy. What's going on here? What's it on? Handing out brains like trick-or-treat candy.
that's why the kids were also getting Kuru. And so a few years after this incredible discovery by Shirley about how Kuru was being passed along, the Australian colonial government banned the practice of ritualistic cannibalism in Papua New Guinea. Basically, they were telling the 4A people to stop eating the dead. It's what's killing you. And the 4A people, who were very desperate to stop being killed by Kuru, they took to it, stopped eating each other, and so Kuru was virtually eradicated, and the 4A population, instead of sliding towards extinction, actually began to grow really fast. And today, the total population has at least doubled. And also, just to close this out, one final note is it took until 1990 to actually figure out what was going on inside of these people's bodies when they had Kuru.
What would I think be worse, zombie apocalypse or alien attack? Growing up watching these movies, it depends on what zombies we are being attacked by. And then as far as aliens really got the upper hand. I don't know. I say it would be cool to see aliens. I have to see them from afar though. That is true. I was talking to my mom about that. It was like, my mom asked me, she said, if we turned into zombies, what would you do? I was like, kill y'all. It's gonna hurt, but you gotta go. Boop, boop, boop. Y'all got to go. Nope. And then if it's them World War Z zombies, I might just have to shoot myself in the head. I ain't that fast no more. Ain't no way. My stamina low. But I'm finna work on that though. Because I feel like something is going to happen. I've been telling myself, I got to start getting back in the gym so I can be prepared what's fixing to happen later on in life. I don't want to be disabled because I decided to just want to sit around and eat junk and stuff. Because if we have a zombie apocalypse and I can run, all I need to do is make it to a couple of cars, get some batteries, flashlight, guns. I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm out of there.
Because back in the 60s, when they figured out how not to get Kuru, nobody understood what was even happening. It was just like, don't eat other people and you'll be okay, but that's all they knew. And while the process in the human body that caused Kuru remained a mystery for many decades after Shirley's big discovery, in the 1990s, researchers did finally figure out what's actually going on. Basically, somebody with Kuru has these proteins in their brain called prions that fold wrong into the wrong shape and then cannot function properly. This loss of protein function rapidly kills brain cells, which in turn shrivels up the brain and causes all those holes all over it. Okay, here is the clip from our newest episode of Mr. Ballin's Medical Mysteries. Enjoy.
A 40-year-old man stood next to his teenage daughter in a hospital room, clutching.
I wouldn't even grab no gun if it came down to like aliens. I would just like, I'll see what's going on, to be honest, because I can't outrun them. So it is what it is. I just say make it snappy. Go ahead and get over it. You doing all this extra stuff, holding my arms out and stuff like that. Hey, look, do what you got to do. Ain't nobody trying to sit here and suffer. Nope. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Clutching her hand as she lay there unconscious on a gurney.
I like this though. It was pretty dope. This is actually going to be my last vid for the night, but I do need to rack up on what I'm going to watch tomorrow. Any suggestions? Oh. No way. I definitely gotta watch that later tomorrow.
There's like these other pair of pants that I have that are like they're blue and they show too much. Does that make sense? So I can't. I'll be back.
What am I? I'm not looking at her.
You was looking at her through the string.
You was y'all niggas projecting like shit. Y'all niggas projecting like shit. God.
World's first coin lithium battery that has 3.
Yeah, yo, Tim. What you got? What you got? What you got? I'm going right. Where my pen? Right now, I'm gonna watch tomorrow. To-do list.
One night.
7 scary videos. I can see, watch tomorrow. See, watch later. Okay. I like this. Hey, appreciate it. I appreciate the company. I had a good. I appreciate the videos. I ain't know nothing about. What's his name, Mr. Ballin? I ain't know nothing about that. Let me. I subscribe. Did I subscribe to the other one? Yes, sir. Locked in. This one came out today. That was crazy. I liked this one. Bad. That's another YouTuber. YXL Sala.
I recall it, Yusuf 7 gang. Yusuf 7 gang. Hey, bitch, I'm still waiting. Oh, you think I'm gonna just let this go? Hold on. Aren't you streaming right now? Aren't you streaming right now? Oh, you don't think I'm gonna get my money, nigga? Nigga, we talking about 250. Yo, Corey,
Wait. Is this the one who was talking about like the anime stuff at the DreamCon convention? Oh, say fam was wildin'. He look familiar though. Like I seen him somewhere.
Let me go to Yusuf's Twitch. Hopefully I can send a hopefully I can send a whatchamacallit. I don't know if I can send.
I don't even know why I asked you that question when he got all that stuff in the background. That made no sense. Man got Gumball, Vids, Pikachu. You go to the bathroom? PP? Okay. I'm about to get off the stream. I'll take you to the bathroom, okay? Alright. Well. No, you know what's crazy? I saw this video what this man name was? He called. There's a video with Max on it. I seen it earlier today. Let me see. Escape back. Man, I definitely gotta play some PC games. What's this? Rapid plug. Man, I seen this video. Like, bro, what type of time is this man is on? I usually try
Hey,
to
what
go
letter in the
live.
alphabet holds water?
Huh?
What letter in the alphabet holds water?
I usually try to go live like after, cause I get off at like 6 Monday through Friday. So I try to go live. I usually either go live playing the game, cause I be on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, or I be just like, you know, streaming, looking at videos and stuff like that. Depending on, you know, how I'm feeling. Today I feel like watching some videos and stuff like that, cause you know I'm interested in the short horror films and stuff like that. So I'm trying to keep a steady schedule because I used to stream like a year ago, and I took time off to like get my life and stuff together. So now I'm trying to plan the schedule to stream like at least around about 7 to like about 10. That's a good 3 hours to watch some stuff like that, get some content in, and I probably like I usually will play the game like after, or I would start off my stream playing the game. It just depends. It's 3 a.m. right now for you? Oh nah, I would have been. I don't care. Before I just started back working from home, so usually if I did play the game and stuff like that, I would usually be going to work at like around about 3 or 4ish. So I didn't mind going to sleep at like 3 in the morning because I know I can go to sleep and get some rest. But now it's different. It's different. I got to go to sleep. Ain't no way. I got to get my sleep in. You're a brave soldier, I tell you that.
What?
Hey, what letter in the alphabet holds water?
Huh?
What letter in the alphabet holds water?
Hey, sleep is very important. Ain't nothing better. Like, it's raining right now, so I know I'm finna sleep good. I already done ate my dinner. See, I'm trying to. Oh yeah. See, now we talking. I see. I have my AC on. Have all the fans running at one time. It be like 50 degrees in there. I have like 5 blankets on the bed. I'll be good to go. Especially if I ain't got to do nothing tomorrow. Man. I usually sleep with my headphones in though, so I be listening to music too. Hey yo, nah, ain't no way.
W for water. That's a good guess, but no, it's not it. You got water right there. What letter in the alphabet holds water? H for what?
H for hold?
C for cup.
What letter in the alphabet holds water?
I don't know. Can you dot U? U?
That's a good
can
guess.
hold water?
Like us as people?
That too. I mean, my mind was going with the actual letter U. You know, the U.
What?
And you just water.
Just think about it. You're running out of time. You got like 15 more seconds.
I don't know. What is it?
Think about it.
I'm trying.
Come on, you
What
got
is
this.
it?
I really don't know. What is it?
I'm asking you.
Okay, I'm asking you second.
Hey, what letter in the alphabet
Man,
holds
you did all
water?
that to even answer the question. W. T. What? The sea is the water. I hold the water.
Huh?
What letter in the alphabet holds water?
Oh, I hold the water. That makes a lot of sense now. I hold the water.
Went to get something from my car and this happens.
She found a 4-leaf clover.
People jumping off the right too?
Say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak. What the fuck is this? Look at this.
Nah, because when I first looked at it, I'm thinking she seen a bug or something. Then she sat there and picked it up. I would have been. Oh yeah, big W's for Kendrick, man. Big W's. I'm a huge Kendrick fan, so I was excited. I remember I wasn't streaming at the time because of like the situation I was in, but if I was streaming, the way my reaction was when I first heard Euphoria, my homie had sent me a video who was like, Kendrick just dropped. Man, I heard Euphoria come on. I'm like, this my boy. my boy. This my boy. He went crazy. And then that Friday night where I think Drake had dropped, and then he had dropped 616 on Instagram, and then after that, like, Drake had, I think he dropped, like, yeah, he dropped something, then Drake dropped something, and then, like, 15 minutes later, Kendrick dropped something. Man, that was the best weekend ever. I was lit that whole weekend.
Name a country that ends with the letter N.
Iran.
What?
I feel like they said that he making that up, like he trying to claim a dead body, like he had something to do with it. I don't know, people been coming up with the conspiracies and stuff. I've been peeping it, but if they go into it and find out that he has something to do with it, you know, it's been a lot. Cause K-Dot did say he been dissing. What song he diss him on? Let me see.
Drake was taking shots at everybody on her loss, but everyone is still talking about this one.
Maybe I should do a 20. Maybe I should break that 20, do a 10. Maybe I should break that 10, do a 5. Then if it gets live, do a 5 again.
Break a 20, get 2 10s. Add 2 5s, get another 10. And 10 10 10 in Roman numerals is XXX. And then he came with this next bar.
If he held his tongue on that live, he'd be alive again. Damn.
So everybody in OVO suck my dick. Besides Party Next Door, I follow Party Next Door.
There's still a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding Drake and X, and feeding into it with another diss like this is a wild move. Drake was taking shots at...
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That's ridiculous, bro. Like, I listened to Drake. I listened to Drake growing up. Like, when I was in high school, I listened to Drake. And, like, as I heard him more and more, like, when he started getting around Future and them, I heard, like, a difference change. Like, him talking about, like he from the streets and stuff. And I'm like, bro, he not cut like that. Man, yo, what's up, bro? My boy Ant in the building. What's happening? Nah, I was too turned, bro. I live like to listen to Kendrick Lamar music. Like, just listening to his old stuff, Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, Overly Dedicated. Like, my favorite song is Cartoons and Cereal. Don't many people really know about that song, but that song is fire. Like, he didn't put that song out because somebody had leaked it. I wish he would have had still put it out, but he said somebody messed it up for it and leaked the song. I feel like if he put it on like one of his newer albums and then just like drop it, like if he made an album with some of his old unreleased music and stuff on there, like his old music and unreleased music, man, he'll be making so much bread. Cause I done heard some of his unreleased stuff, and I'm like, man, he need to put this on the album or something, like a mixtape. Like, release this. Release this bread, man. Release that bread. I'd be excited.
You ready yet?
I'm almost ready. I'm finishing up the last one now.
Who's my president?
I know, but we just gotta wait one more second. All right, you can turn around and let's see what you're getting for Valentine's Day.
I just pick it?
Yeah, go for it. What are you getting?
I want this one.
Oh boy, what's in there?
Oh, it's a piece of paper.
Okay, ooh.
A Gucci purse?
A Gucci purse. You want a Gucci purse for Valentine's Day?
Baby, you know I love Dior.
It's the only thing I buy.
Yeah, Gucci's nice though.
It's nice, but it wouldn't match anything else I have.
So you don't want the Gucci purse?
Can I have something else?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's fine.
I can pick something else?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I thought that was be nice. But...
It is nice, but I want something else.
Okay, what
This
do you
one.
get? Okay, what's in there?
Oh, what is that?
What's in there?
What is that?
Hey, when I didn't even listen when he put that album out, I didn't even listen to the full album. The only song I listened to was the song he sampled. He was on with what's that dude name? Let me see. I don't even know the name of the album. That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. No, it's Certified Lover Boy. That's what it was. Is it this? Start playing poetry? Yeah. I know the dude who actually made the song. I don't know him, but when I first heard it, I said, this sounds familiar. And then he made the song ass. He made the song garbage. That's his name, Masego. He even put the feature up here. Look at that.
Until I find the day, the only words I know that you. Until I say the only words I know that you. Until I
know you see it, girl. This ain't sitting real good in my soul.
See, this song went way more crazier than what Drake had put out, cause he was just trying to use that beginning intro and like trying to be poetic and stuff. I'm like, bro, you messing up the vibe. Like, it's not the same no more. It's not the same. Now, let me show you.
just how I feel. Nah, hey, Dynamite, say the niggas that you game with. That's just how I feel. Nah, hey, Dynamite, just make that lane switch. That's just how I feel. Nah, hey, Dynamite, turn to a million and we all rich. That's just how I feel.
Be the last one out to get this dough. No way. Love one of you bucket-headed. No way. Hit the streets and we break the code. No way. Get the breaks when they
This song is too fire. This song is too fire. Like this part right here. This part here. Yes. This part here is straight heat. This part is straight heat. Like everything is coming up together. Blah 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 blah.
on patrol. No way. Be the last one out to get this dough. No way. Love one of you bucket-headed. No way. Hit the streets and we break the code.
Hey,
no way.
hey,
Get the breaks when they on patrol.
Imagine rock up in them projects where them niggas pick your pockets. Santa Claus don't miss them stockings. Liquor spilling, pistols popping, baking soda, YOLO whipping. Ain't no turkey on Thanksgiving. My homeboy just don't believe. I just hope that Lord forgive him. Pots with cocaine residue. Every day I'm hustling. What else is a thug to do when you eat cheese from the government? Gotta provide for my daughter and them. Get the fuck up out my way. Got that drum, I got them bands. Man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. This song is too crazy, bro. This song too crazy. This song crazy. This song crazy. Man, this song is too fire, bro. I'm telling you, bro. The whole song, bar for bar, the whole song. Whole song. Another Kendrick Lamar song I listen to that I like.
Fresh agave taste from fresh pressed agave.
When the light shut off, then it's my turn to settle down. My main concern. Promise that you will sing about me. Promise that you will sing about me. I said when the light shut off, then it's my turn to settle down. My main concern. Promise that you will sing about me. Promise that you will sing about me. I woke up this.
See, when he made this song, like I listened to this song like crazy, and then when I had when my god brother had passed away, like anytime I hear this song, it just like he used to be a rapper. He was a rapper, and just like whenever I listen to this song, it just like made me think about like a lot of stuff. This man lost his brother. He lost his brother at a young age. I think he was like 9 or something like that. He lost his brother at a young age, and him visualizing seeing his brother getting killed. Like this whole storyline was fire. Whole storyline. I can listen to this song from the first track to the last track, and it's like a whole movie. Especially after Money Tree, that part when the mom get on the phone and she was like, just bring my car back. He ain't even trip off the dominoes. Did somebody say something about dominoes? Man, the whole thing is fire. Then you got this right here.
Can I finish on the beat? Turn the headphones up, Ali. Here we go. I woke up this morning with my dick on hard. Didn't know why till I said fuck all y'all. Or fuck this world. Or I'ma fuck that girl. Good kid, Man City. Watch my day unfurl. I put my life in these sentences. Fucking right, it's either that or life sentences. I'm relatives with Benjamin. I used to give a fuck about my luck when I was innocent. Now what the fuck is up? I'm at your neck like a penalty, nigga. I need that. Bitch, I need that. 24 acres in a mule. Best believe.
No, I'm not up. I'm asleep. What they watching my stream? Before the Drake beef, bro was one of the most underrated artists of all time. Bro, I watched this. You have to watch this. Let me see.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
When you get a chance, you have to watch this. I already watched it. Did somebody answer this? Oh, okay. I watched this 7 months ago? That's wild. I watched this I watched this literally after it dropped. This was like before Kendrick Lamar came back. This how I knew they was beefing for a long time, cause like after that control verse that he had put out. If you get a chance, if y'all get a chance, watch this video, bro, and you'll see how lame this man Drake is. Like, he lame, but when you watch this, he lame-er. Like, I sat here and watched this video. I said, so you basically three young.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your...
Fake, man. These niggas ain't really your friends, man. These niggas gonna dish you behind your back, man. These niggas ain't shit, man. For real, man. That's the way I see it, nigga. Not 5'4", nigga. That's some real shit, nigga. Boy, I friendly didn't sneak this me, nigga. Alright, nigga, that's where it's at, nigga. Alright, I see you, nigga. Alright, I ain't mad, nigga. I'm just telling you where it's at. Huh? Sneak this, huh? That's how we do it, nigga. I ain't pissed, just a nigga sneak diss me. Make this pussy nigga fucking history. Dear Martin Luther with a Ruger that'll blow right through your motherfucker. Real shit. You a real bitch. On the streets, all you talk is shit, but you don't do shit, and you don't walk, bitch. You with multiple niggas when you hit these streets, but you claiming that you thuggin' in the streets, but you're thuggin' in your tweets, nigga. Real shit, you a real bitch. Fuck Nora, fuck Andre, EJ, fuck PC, fuck B2. Who the fuck is you? Fuck my mama, fuck my daddy, fuck fucking too. Fuck fucking motherfucker, fuckers. Man, I'm mad. Screaming fuck the word. How I feel right now, screaming.
I remember the day when he did pass away. I was working at Domino's, and this girl, she was like, RPX, man, RPX. That job was crazy. I was at Domino's, and she was like, I'm trying to figure out the other song he had. The one that he had that song that the Viner King. What was that song? Is this it? Oh no, this song hard too.
You ever seen a nigga hung with a gold chain? I'd rather sing about the same things.
He got a game, John?
Okay guys, so I'm gonna be basically doing my YouTube gaming now, and I'm gonna probably post the video somewhere today or tomorrow, basically giving motivational advice and just kind of speaking out to you guys. So I'm gonna be on YouTube a lot more.
Which mid?
Bro, are you gonna get the fuck out of my room, or are you gonna sit there and play the fucking game, bro? What are you gonna do, bro? Just sit the fuck down and play the fucking game, bro.
I'm gone, bitch.
Don't stare at the fucking computer screen after I told you to get the fuck out my room, bro.
That boy was mad. He played with Dante the creator with the glasses?
Yeah.
Now this song was crazy too though. I'm going with this song.
Yeah, suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah. It's gonna be choppy. It's still there! I'm testing this shit again. Hold on, let me see if this motherfucking shit working. Is it motherfucking working? Is you motherfucking working? Well, hello motherfuckers. This is my first fucking gameplay, so excuse me if I am not on point. I'm using OBS. I just want to let everyone know right now there is a problem with the audio. So with the audio, it's kind of chippy. If you guys know how to make it not choppy, please let me know. For now, it is going to be choppy. It's still there! I spend 30 fucking minutes every day beating my meat to a random woman every day. Wait, you don't need the throat. Oh shit! Here it go! And here's the cool part, my shit not even choppy. Ah! My shit clear on you fuck niggas. Yeah, prick!
If this shit ain't choppy, is it mine? Oh no, I need the HD. I need the HD.
This is how I
What? Man, look, I paid too much for the internet and I get what I need.
Make love. I'm finna be dropping so many hard R's on this motherfucking bitch. You fucking nigga. Alright, so when are we jumping out this bitch? I ain't even finna fucking lie. I'm jumping right out on this fuck nigga. I'm not wasting no time. What's going on, Dad? Oh my. I'm out, bitch. Yeah. Oh, slid on that fuck out. Yeah. Hey, can you swim in water on PUBG? You can?
This PUBG?
Oh, bitch, it's lit. I'm going to this town though. Fuck all that. Yeah, bitch. Yeah. Fuck, bro. I hate when that happens, bro. It's supposed to just let a nigga free fall all the way down there. Fuck. 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 Come on, come on, come on. Bro, fuck, bro. Oh, fuck. No. No. Oh, it's a gun. That's my shit. Back up, bitch. Back the fuck up. Give me that. I'm putting the motherfucking... Fuck! You took the fucking UMP ammo, you fucking dyke. Oh, hold on. I don't need that. Yeah, here it go. Yeah. Motherfucker. Oh, I got a sniper, bitch. Let's do this shit. Let's do this here. Yeah. Oh, shit! Is that... Who's shooting? Oh, I'm gone! I'm gone! Oh, my God! Somebody trying to scope my shit. You fuck niggas trying to pull up on me. Craig, you fucking suck, bro. I don't have any game Yo, how the fuck do I switch my shoulder? Who? Yes, I have played this shit before. I played this shit with Eli. Fuck, bro. I ran into a fucking dead end, bro. Damn, bro. I know the niggas that just killed you was over there, bro. Fuck, bro. I'm finna scope it. Oh, shit. Oh, I see that boy. Oh, no. Come on, Craig. Why the fuck you had to die, Craig? I'm scared, bro. I'm G shit scared, bro. I don't know what to do.
G shit scared?
Yes, bro. Ha. Yeah. A crossbow.
Oh, dang.
No.
Hey. Man.
Love games but hate the grind? With WeMod, you can be invincible, unimaginably wealthy, or even teleport. WeMod is the #1 app for PC game modding, and it's completely free. Now you can modify your...
Let me see what this is about. WeMod.
Have you ever wished you could play a video game your way?
Turn the comments off.
Have you ever wished you could play a video game your way?
Don't trust you. You got the comments off. I want to see them reviews because it sounds like you lying.
Streaming right now. It's live. We live. Let me make sure. My stream. Yo. Yeah. Yo, what up, everybody in the chat? All right. So this is not clickbait, okay? This is not clickbait. The voice that you're hearing right now is the one and only legendary XXX Tentacion. Go. I swear it's him. All right, y'all. Here, we gonna do some duos. I'm about to carry him, and let's get it now. Kai.
You look like a Marvel supervillain for
John, oh shit! Wait, you can see me? Oh, hold on. I gotta check. Hold on. Bro, my character lit. Y'all, he got the basic character. You got the dab? Can you do the dab? Yeah, this nigga can't do nothing in this game. I got the dab. I got everything. Bro, the chat going crazy. Do you see? Chat going crazy. He's right.
Fucking clout.
He's talking right now.
Fucking clout tokens.
Clout.
Fucking clout. So clout.
Hey, I don't know.
How many rounds we finna play, bro?
I don't know what I'd do if like a celebrity, like a big time celebrity, especially a celebrity like that. I fuck with join my shit. Like I don't play. I never played Fortnite before, but I've been trying to be on 5M. That GTA roleplay stuff. I play GTA. You know what I'm saying? 2K. I ain't played Madden recently. I played it probably last year or something like that. I'm trying to get NCAA. You know, I'm kind of rusty at all these football game stuff, especially like PC games. Like, man, I'm so rusty at some PC games. I tried to play like a horror game yesterday called Content Warning, and I didn't know what I was doing, bro. Like, I got a whole W and A and shift the speed and go to the side and stuff like that. Then you gotta use the mouse to turn around. Man, I didn't know what I was doing out there, man.
Bro, what the fuck?
Bro, it don't.
I'm a black bitch. No. But they trying to fuck up me, bro. The fuck, bro.
Wait, where you at? Oh, you all the way over there.
Damn, bro.
Bro, I swear.
Niggas is live streaming right now. You going viral. Oh my.
You about to be so trash, bro. You're about to be so. Oh. Bro, what the fuck?
When you realize you were getting shot at the first time?
Bro, I can't even see you, bro. Okay, here we go.
I'm watching shit while you sleep. Boy, yo.
All right, where you trying to go, bro? Do you even have a place that you land?
Oh no, you know.
Bro, this nigga is so dumb, bro. Bro, we gonna go
right here.
Bro. Oh my gosh, you didn't even set a waypoint, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, where are we going?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro, you're gonna get us killed, bro. If you find a pump shotgun, give it to me, cause you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Yo, Brian, with the $5 donation, I see you, bro.
What's in here, bro?
Oh, my nigga.
This shit reminds me.
Hold on. Where you at? I don't see how you really be playing that damn Minecraft. No, I'm right here, bro. Yeah, bro, hit that dab on him. Oh!
Oh, this fuck nigga down here.
Where?
Oh shit, he don't got a weapon. He don't got a weapon. Where the weapons at? Where the weapons?
Damn, he don't got shit.
Oh, upstairs, upstairs.
Damn, I got
upstairs.
ammo, but I don't got a gun. It's upstairs.
Yeah. I hear the chest. I hear the chest. I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
Oh.
Oh, I think somebody in here, bro.
Let me get it. Let me get it.
Wait. No. Oh my god. Oh, shoot him, kill him, shoot him. You got the gun. Drop him. Oh, I think there's a shotgun over here. I'm going for the shotgun. Oh, this is a shield. Kill him.
He ran like a little bitch.
Oh my god.
I was spraying shit.
Oh my god. I'm healing. Oh, why did you shoot me? I told you the friendly fire was on. What the fuck? X, what the fuck? Bro, I'm about to report you. I am about to report you.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, bro.
Now I'm gonna get this y'all. Ocean? Yeah.
You're so ass.
Yeah.
Bro, I hope you get clapped and some nigga dances. Please, somebody kill him, bro.
Nope. Not happening, guys. Alright, guys.
Bro, why would you do that? You needed me. Somebody creeping on you right now. I see him. Oh my gosh.
Man.
You sure, guy? I got this guy.
So
right?
what is Fortnite about, bro? Like when they was telling me, like, my people been telling me, like, you should get Fortnite. I downloaded it, still never played it, then I uninstalled it. I don't know what it's about. You good, boy? You good, boy? I couldn't ever get into Fortnite. I don't know why. I just felt like it was like a kiddie game. It's like I don't even play Call of Duty. I don't even play Call of Duty. I ain't play no Black Ops or nothing. I just be playing. I play Red Room. I do like a few games on Roblox, like some horror games on Roblox, and then I play Generation Zero. Generation Zero kind of cool. What else? Forza. There's stuff like that, man. I ain't ever just like went outside the box. I feel like I played Call of Duty one time, and yes. I know. I'm gonna wrap it up with them, okay? Let me wrap it up with them. I just tell them the story real quick, okay? I promise you, I will get you to your knees. I played Call of Duty one time, and I played that jump, man. My homies, they were cussing me out. They like, boy, you garbage. I'm like, bro, this my first time playing. They like, you need to go learn how to practice before you come back. I'm like, I ain't want to play this shit anyway, bro. Y'all asked me to play this. Man, I'm finna wrap it up. I gotta wrap it up the right way though. 3X, goddamn, 3X. What is the name of that song? How y'all gonna say all songs and don't have all of them up here? I bet Brad, I find it. Found it.
Hey, huh? Hey, no, yes, y'all down. Okay, hey, you wanna let my dick like a what? Nice. Hey, let my dick like a Lil Wayne lollipop, huh? Yeah. Hey,
turn up.
Hey. Try me, my fight, face, fuck, on sight, rich, heavy, fat, die, pop, molly, mic, I got clicks of white, ice in my bitch, right, nice, and I do fight, dice, roll my dick, like a bike,
I want to thank you guys for being in the chat, you know what I'm saying, communicate with me and stuff like that. My goal is to always stream after 6:30, 7 o'clock. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys, man, you know, keeping me company, talk to me and stuff like that. I hope to see y'all guys every time I'm on stream, you feel me? Unless y'all busy, you know. But again, if y'all got some more stuff y'all want me to look at, you know, let me know. I'm down to look at it. Again, W stream. I hope that I can become part of a big community, man, because, you know what I'm saying, ain't nothing better than just like making people laugh and stuff like that. My goal is to make people happy, chillax, and have fun, you feel me? That's all I want to do. Have fun, make people happy. But again, y'all have a good night or good morning. And again, I hope to see y'all again soon. Peace.